Our hero Iruma begins his day as his demonic alarm clock jolts him awake. Gazing at the ominous view outside his window, he confidently declares that today will be another fantastic day. He exchanges greetings with his grandpa, who happens to be the headmaster of a school for demons. Iruma's trusty butler, Oprah, also joins in as they serve him breakfast and his insatiable magical power-boosting feeder ring. Outside the school gates, his friends Az and Clara eagerly await his arrival. Both are infatuated with him and practically fight over who will carry his bag. Clara emerges victorious with a polite, "Please." Iruma can never say no when someone asks for something. He's quite the pushover. The trio attracts attention on their way to school, in a good way. But for those who haven't seen Season 1, here's a quick recap. Iruma's parents, in their infinite wisdom, sold him to the great demon Sullivan, who adopted him as his own grandson. Now, Iruma attends the Netherworld's Demon School, a school for demons. The catch? He's the only human, and demons have a taste for humans, so he must work hard to hide his true identity. Iruma quickly made friends and managed to maintain his cover despite numerous challenges and adventures. One day, some inconsiderate demons littered a cave, and Iruma and his friends stepped in to help the janitors clean up. However, Nabaris, the headmaster, makes it clear that human-eating demons should behave properly. In the next class, they practice transformation magic, and Iruma is chosen to demonstrate. With the help of his magical ring, he successfully performs the spell, much to everyone's delight. While heading to the cafeteria, a mysterious shadow emerges from Iruma's ring. It's the entity that consumed their magical power before, but this time, it's not hungry. It speaks, leaving both parties perplexed. They retreat to a prep room, where they assume it's the ring's spirit developing speech. The spirit turns out to be quite talkative and berates Iruma for not using him correctly. He offers lessons in magic, emphasizing the importance of imagination. Iruma transforms the spirit into a tangible form and dubs him Alikret, or Ali for short. They practice further, and Iruma showcases his transformation skills, proving he's got a knack for it. Iruma accepts the challenge to wear something he'd never choose, donning a frilly dress. However, this leads to a hilarious misunderstanding when Amelie barges in, catching him in the frilly attire. To clear things up, they realize that Iruma needs to level up even more, as Ali evolves with him. He's ecstatic until he wakes up the next morning, realizing that Amelie still finds him quite eccentric, dressing up and talking to inanimate objects. Meanwhile, Amelie has a peculiar dream in which Iruma confesses his ambition to become a magical girl idol. At breakfast, her father senses her turmoil is related to Iruma, prompting her to dash out of the room. Despite the events of the past day, she acknowledges that she should give Iruma another chance to explain himself. But Iruma finds himself coerced by Cressel into wearing another frilly dress. He's constantly questioned about the mysterious demon doll that interacted with him on stage. They need a photo for evidence. Things take a comedic turn as he accidentally knocks Amelie down while resisting the dress, leaving her fuming. Amelie drags him to the student council office, where, to everyone's surprise, she doesn't explode in anger. Instead, she recruits Iruma and his friends into the student council to keep an eye on him. Iruma's new life as a student council member begins the next day, bringing plenty of responsibilities and training before school starts. They also monitor a student going through some turbulent teenage changes. Iruma's grandpa pays him a visit with a wagon full of goodies, but Amelie is not interested in his spoils. She wants Iruma to change into more appropriate clothes, as today is the day he introduces her to his world's manga. They go through the manga, and Iruma notices how relaxed Amar becomes, a stark contrast to her usual presidential demeanor. However, a bad omen strikes when the handle of her teacup breaks. The next day follows a similar routine, but Iruma is more enthusiastic about his new role, except for the food part. He's still a big foodie. Amelie is summoned to a prep room by the broadcasting system, setting the stage for an unsettling turn of event. Inside, she encounters a mysterious cloaked figure who sprays her with a perfume-like substance, causing her to pass out. Her friends become concerned about her whereabouts and find her unconscious in the room. When they wake her up, they discover a dramatically different Amelie, acting all embarrassed and girly, much to their confusion. It seems a psychological spell has affected her. The student council tries to help Amelie, but it's challenging to bring her back to her usual self while she's treating everyone with extraordinary kindness. She's slow, yet incredibly cute. After a day of patrolling, they return to the office to identify the suspect, a Latino playboy demon named Ronov Romie Rai, who goes by Rai for short. He's the president of the disciplinary battler and has always wanted Amar's position. Now, he seizes the perfect opportunity. With a cringe-worthy singing performance that's impossible to ignore, he declares war on the student council. To everyone's surprise, Iruma steps in and slaps Rai's hand away, defending Amelie. This leaves everyone shocked, but it earns Iruma respect for standing up against rudeness. The next day, Rai makes political moves, attempting to win the demon's favor and votes. He uses his bloodline ability, charisma, to draw attention, but his empty promises quickly lose the crowd. Amar does her best to connect with the students, and the rest of the student council supports her.